You know what's not fun? And I have to talk about this in two halves. I have to talk about what we were gonna get, and then obviously we have to talk about somebody getting injured. Um, Liv Morgan got herself all fucked up on Monday. That
Yeah,
sucked,
she can be
and
out
it
for
looked like it
6
sucked.
months too, is the prerogative we're hearing, and it's
6
heartbreaking
months
because
minimum.
this is
Minimum.
I dislocated my shoulder before. I know how much it hurts, it sucks, and if it's a really bad separation, she might need surgery. Like, you
Mm,
don't know for her to be that. I hope it's I know it's a legitimate injury, but I hope that's a swerve, and they're like, "Yeah, it's just a bad dislocation, she'll be good in, 4 weeks'
yeah.
time." I was hoping it'd be like 6 weeks, she'll be good to go. This screws up the Bellas. She's gotta now they gotta do what? Her and Roxanne, Raquel and
Yeah,
Roxanne get the
something,
belts, Freebird style, or
something.
they have to relinquish them. I don't wanna see
Well,
them
here's what
vacated. I guess they
you
had to
mentioned.
scrap a bunch for Evolution. That's upsetting. Like, all of it is
Yeah,
just upsetting, unfortunately.
you mentioned it before, and it was basically Rhea Ripley who wasn't even involved in this, just calling everybody else out and telling them not to be shit, right?
Yeah,
But,
because
like,
people were
Peop
legitimately
people
celebrating
people
her.
celebrating Liv getting injured, people blaming Kyrie, people saying, oh, like Kyrie herself, who's just come back from being really fucked up. It's like, oh, I guess she never should have come back. All this other fucking bullshit. It's just like shit happens, man. I don't
Yeah,
know. Other companies are
exactly.
dropping people off of scissor lifts and onto pyro that doesn't work. But
Yeah.
like, here's the thing about this, and
Woo!
I don't want to gloss over the Liv Morgan injury because like the Liv
It
Morgan
was
injury should
severe
be
and
the
at the
main
worst
story.
possible time, not
Mm,
just booking wise, but like it was right at the beginning of the match. And some people are trying to say it was Kyrie's fault because she held her leg, which made Liv have to land on her weight completely on her right shoulder. And I'm
well,
like,
it
it looked
was
like a
the
normal
maneuver that
takedown.
the maneuver
Yeah,
that she did was a leg trip,
it
so
looked like
you
a
can't
normal
trip somebody's
takedown.
leg without, yeah.
Yeah,
But here's
it was
unfortunately,
unavoidable, it seemed like.
there is a bunch even before this happened, there was a bunch of really fucked up options, and I didn't like any of them, and I don't like any of the options that we have now.
No,
Because
because a lot of it just doesn't fit or make sense.
right. So originally, before Liv Morgan got injured, right, and this does tie into tag team wrestling because it has to do with one of the tag team champions, right?
Yes.
Originally,
The
there was 3.
only women's tag team champions.
Yes. Well, I
That's what
mean,
I'm saying, there's no
t
other
t
belt, so, like, they are the only tag team champs, and now one's out, so
fair, yeah.
it's fucked, it's FUBARD.
But here's the thing, right? Like, we talked
It's
about it last
bad.
week when I
Poor
said, like,
Raquel.
why are we doing Nikki Bella versus Liv? Why isn't she doing a tag team thing, right? And then the rumor came out that they were trying
Yes.
to coax Brie to come back over,
I
and
guess
they
it was
didn't know
less
what.
about coaxing her and more about getting her cleared. Apparently, there's still some stemming, nagging issues that she's had from
Yeah.
before. So it was less about her needing to want to do it and more about, "Oh, shit, can she do it?" So,
Okay, so and then you get the interference between Raquel and Rhea, which seems to be a separate thing, like, they just like fighting each other. Like, that's been a thing since NXT UK, I think.
yeah,
They
exactly.
just I've seen their other matches in NXT, Raquel and Rhea. Some of them are awesome, and some of them kind of fall off a little bit. And this is me talking about Rhea Ripley. So if I say it's fallen off, then damn. But like, look at those three options. Number one, Nikki versus Liv doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. It's Evolution. She's got a tag title. She should be defending it. Why is Nikki here? Option number two, Liv and Raquel defend those tag team titles against the Bellas. Again, why? There's plenty of people on the active roster that are actually wrestlers that aren't the Amber Herds of wrestling that could have that title opportunity. Number three, they can't get Brie. So now the tag title match becomes Liv and Raquel versus Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley. Make that one make sense. Now the option is,
Yeah.
as you said, they're gonna do Freebird rule and throw Roxanne into the
Maybe,
mix,
unless
which
they go
wh-
ahead and do like a, "Hey, screw you, it's, you're gonna have to relinquish the titles." I hope not, because for
I
Raquel's
hope they don't
sake,
do that.
I never like it when they have to, do the
Here's the
relinquish
thing.
thing. It just it
Here's the
doesn't
thing.
feel good. You know it as
I
well as
will
I
take
do.
it if they do, because they're building this dissension between the Judgment Day anyway. If they want to freebird it and have Raquel and Roxanne defend those titles for a little bit, I don't have a problem with that. It pushes that story forward, and it, like you say, it keeps it from being relinquished entirely. It will kind of mirror the Bianca, Naomi, and Jade story that they had on SmackDown with the same titles. So
Yeah.
that's not ideal. But if they want to freebird and carry those titles for a bit, but even still, the option at that point is now Raquel and substitute champion Roxanne Perez defend against the Bellas. Why? Or Raquel and substitute champion Roxanne Perez defend against Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley. Why?
Yeah. It
There's
is
5
weird.
options I've just laid out to you, both pre and post injury. Why? Any of them, why? Liv versus Nikki. Why? Liv and Raquel versus the Bellas. Why? Liv and Raquel versus Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley. What the fuck is that?
You know who's my favorite tag
Raquel.
team right now is Mercedes Moné and the Beast Mortos because
Oh
they're
god.
apparently
Oh
dating.
god.
Did you hear about that? They're
Oh
dating?
god.
What?
Oh,
She's taming
why?
the bull. You know what she's
No,
doing to
she's
that mask? She's riding that thing.
no, she's
Those
all over social
tusks?
media. No, she's all over social media calling themselves Beauty and the Beast.
Oh god. I was
Fuck
kidding,
me.
but Elijah apparently hurt
Fuck.
his arm in the 6-man tag. He
Okay.
injured his left arm on NXT. Somehow it appears nobody noticed. Hopefully it's not too serious. Some are thinking it may be a torn tricep. He tried to do the Undertaker old school. He landed really weird on his elbow and appeared to
Oh
injure
yeah.
it. He basically didn't use
Yeah, he
his
did
arm
too,
for the
didn't
rest
he?
of the match, and somehow it wasn't brought up.
I heard something about that a couple
So,
years ago. Like somebody
yeah.
was talking about working with Elijah. I don't remember who was given the interview, but it was basically like, yeah, it's really impressive if you watch Elias, because you were talking about WWE stuff. If you
Yeah.
watch Elias work, you wouldn't know how many times that guy's gotten injured because he's really
Elijah.
good at covering it up. Yeah.
Elijah. You're going to get us sued. God.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
You want to get
yeah, because they
sued?
can do it on NXT. It's fine. But no, like the whole comment is like you would never know how many times that guy's been injured. He got really good at covering it up, and I'm like, that's not a good thing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's commendable, like it's dedication to what you're doing, but it's not ideal.
Not at all.
And tag team friggin' like what was it, like 6-on-3 in that match anyway?
Yeah,
Some big boys.
exactly. So,
Some big
whatever,
boys.
but yeah, I know.
But like, I'm sorry, going back to the women's tag team thing again, I say it, you've got one really strong women's group. Now that they've officially disbanded Damage Control, you've got one really good group in NXT right now that just took out Blake Monroe. One of them's got a champion to defend, the other two don't. Take Jasmine Nix and Fallon Henley and give them a shot at the champions that are really one substitute champion anyway. I don't know. The Bellas don't need to be there. The Bellas
No.
don't need to be there, and it doesn't need to be for a title. And the I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it now.
Uh-oh.
People are we talked about CM
Dun,
Punk
dun,
and the whole
dun.
and the whole Saudi thing on the last pod, so I'm not going to get into that too much. I find it really funny that people are going to take CM Punk's comments about Saudi and now try to make him out to be a hypocrite, but they don't seem to have any problem with Nikki Bella, who hops on the wheel of make some money from WWE, shit on WWE, make some more money off of WWE, shit on WWE. Like, okay, take out the fact that I don't like her. Make that make sense. Make people being okay with that make sense.
Yeah. Like it's not a great feeling at all. It's really
I
not,
don't know.
you
It's
know?
weird.
It
It's
is.
like there are so many other options, and like the other thing is to like I know one of them already has a title, kind of, but I don't think she'll be defending it at Evolution. There's no reason you couldn't do like if you wanted to do like a little and a big versus a little and a big. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
If you want to do like Raquel and Roxanne versus another team, do Sol Ruka and Zarya. They're right there.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not saying they have to win. I'm not
No.
saying, but like every now and then, because if you want to say that you took out the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships because you wanted to amalgamate them with the main roster titles, then every now and then you got to do something to remind people that it's an all 3 brand title.
Exactly. I mean,
I don't
something's
know.
got to be done.
I don't know. It's gonna be they're gonna throw something together that's stupid because if they cancel, they've brought back the Bellas now. So if they cancel the match, weird people that watch reality TV instead of wrestling are going to be upset that they didn't get a Nikki Bella match in
Yeah.
2025.
Sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I'm sorry, but the Gunther Goldberg thing does. I don't mind the Gunther Goldberg is happening. You didn't need to give Gunther the title back for this, though.
Not at
And
all.
if you wanted to have like an exhibition with the Bellas and somebody, like I don't want Nikki Bella on my screen at all, but Nikki Bella for one night stepping up to Tiffany Stratton
Could have
would
been
be
fun.
okay, I
I
guess,
thought I
because
thought that's where they were gonna go with it. Honest to God, I really, really did.
mm, because like here's the
I
thing,
didn't think they were
like
gonna have, and then her and Liv would have probably been one on one better if she wasn't the tag champ. But I'm like, all right, they're gonna get her sister involved. I get what they're going for. But then it really just went topsy turvy.
but
No,
here's the
I
like
mean,
one of the and it's a point that I've driven to death on a lot of podcasts now. I think it's worth mentioning again that WWE has moved so far away from the diva era that diva can be a gimmick. And you get
yeah.
somebody like Tiffany Stratton who's awesome.
No,
So
you're
like
absolutely right.
there would be some like there would be like a cool meta element to Tiffany Stratton versus Nikki Bella. I don't need to see it, but there's something there, and they're not going to put a world title on Nikki Bella. I still have enough faith in the company that they wouldn't do that. They don't care about the tag titles, which is unfortunate. So I could see them putting them on the Bellas, which is also really unfortunate. But
Yeah.
like I say, there was 3 bad options before Liv got injured. There's 2 bad options after Liv got injured. The real story is the fact that Liv got injured, and that fucking sucks because, like, A, you don't want it to happen to anybody, but B, she's like one of the biggest success stories in the women's division right now, next to Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. Essentially, and it sucks to have it work out this way. It really does, but
It felt like I don't know how they do it with Dom, right? But it felt like with the popularity that they were just on the cusp of like splitting up the Judgment Day, and then the crowd would have just been able to cheer Liv and maybe even cheer Dom like they did at WrestleMania. So
yeah.
like just on the cusp of so many things.